Today I'm going to share with you some videos that I'm doing to do some slight body work to my Ford project here. And just as a level set, I'm not trying to do a concourse restoration. I want to drive the car. I just would like it to look a little bit better. And it had some minor rust that I'm trying to clean up. But again, it's not if you're doing a concourse restoration, you probably are thinking, oh my gosh, what's he doing? But at any rate, I thought I'd share with you what I was doing. Let's take a look. Well, like any of my projects, I wish I had started these videos a little bit sooner. You can see I took off this rear fender, I took off the running board, and then eventually got around here and took off the front fender as well, headlights and all, so I could work on them individually. Did it on both sides. I wish I had taken a little bit better pictures beforehand, because I could show you some of there's some slight rust there. I still have to figure out what to do with that. But more importantly, it was the fenders that I was concerned about, because they had some body work I wanted to do. And just to talk a little bit about the body side, what I did a POR 15 on the inside fender well there, and on both sides, and I'll do the same up in the front before I put everything back together. They said, like, this is a slippery slope. Once you start to paint stuff, you know, at what point do you stop? And so right now my thought is I probably will stick with the red. So once I get the fenders and the running boards on, I may change my mind, but the plan right now is just to stick with this red. Okay, so I did take off these are the rear fenders and the running boards, and you can see I did a little bit of the putty on there to fill out the imperfections, and these have been sprayed twice with the high build primer. Still need to do it again, but they're in pretty good shape. I had some minor rust down here to clean up. The running boards are also been primed. I'm gonna put the rubber mat down with contact cement is my intent. And then here's the other rear bumper. So sorry I didn't do before pictures on these, but I can show you a little bit more detail on the rear bumpers. Now here's the front fender. I can show you a little bit more detail on that. Again, I started this earlier, so I don't have really good before pictures, but you can see in here, this is where it was rotted through. And so I've fiberglassed underneath to reinforce that. And then this corner also was a little rotted out, so I reinforced that with some fiberglass. You know, generally it's not in really bad shape, but just kind of cleaned it a little bit up. If I flip this over. Okay, so here we have the top side. We're looking at the driver's side fender. I called it a bumper before, you know. And so this is the top side. I still need to sand that out. But some Bondo there on top. See little spots here, little spots there. And I still need to do some sanding before I prime this one. Here there was a dent. Dent's almost completely gone. I need a little bit more work on there, a little bit more Bondo. And then I had to, on this corner, I'm in the process of rebuilding it, because this one was rotted out as well. But this is one that I'm working on right now. Let me show you the passenger side. The passenger side was in a similar situation. In here, it was a lot of deterioration. And so I reinforced underneath that with fiberglass, and then used some Bondo here to smooth it out. Couple dents, banged out a couple dents. Work on here, that's a little bit better, banged out those dents, but once I get a first coat of primer on there, I'll go back and clean up any things that I might see that need That's pretty good. A dent was there. Little dent there. So you can see it wasn't in terrible shape, but I wanted to clean it up a little bit. All right, that's the passenger side fender. Okay, I made a pass at my bodywork, and I'm ready to give it its first coat of the high build primer and find out after I get the primer on where I might need to touch up some of the bodywork a little bit. But today we paint.